Alright, hi and welcome back. I'm going to do a nope, not gonna buy it video because there are some things that I really want, but I'm not gonna buy them. This is gonna be a different type of like anti-haul, not ragging on brands, but I have like legitimate reasons why I'm not going to buy these items. So I'm gonna put a little like screenshot that I took from the Ulta website and stick it right here, that way you know what I'm talking about, and let me get into it. The first item is the Anastasia of Beverly Hills Dream Glow Kit. When this first came out, I was like, yes, I want this. They're like finally different colors of highlighters that are glittery, and I love glittery highlighters. But I held off and I waited. It was actually in my cart whenever it released on the ABH website the first day. And then I X'd out. I was like, okay, I'm going to be good and wait for it to come into store. So whenever I was at Ulta, I swatched it and I could not get over the fact that all of the colors have like this same undertone and they look really similar swatched. So I was like, nah, I don't need 6 pans of ultimately the same color highlight. I think it's really pretty and I like what they did. It's just too similar like on my skin where I swatched it for me to justify, what is it, $45 on 6 pans of highlighter. Plus, I'm not supposed to be buying highlighters because I think I have, was it 29? I think it's 29. I have way too many highlighters. They're gonna last me until I'm 70. So I'm not gonna buy the Anastasia Glow Kit, the Dream Glow Kit. Not gonna do it. The next item is one that's been getting like a lot of hype lately, and that is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. Whenever I very first saw like the release of this palette, I did not like the colors. I was like, no, I don't know. It just made me really mad. All I could focus in on was the really dark colors, and just something about the color scheme of the palette, it frustrated me for whatever reason, and I don't know why that is. But I was at Ulta today because I had to pick up some more hair stuff for my daughter, because with that huge head of hair she goes through a ton of Diva Curl. But they had the Born to Run palette on display, and so I was like, okay, I'll swatch it and just like give it a, I'll test it out. So in person, the palette is a lot prettier than in pictures, and I can see like how they did the 1, 2, 3 going up and down of like colors that would go together. But whenever I swatched the shadows, they weren't as like vibrant as they were in the pan. And then once I had them all swatched out on my arm, I realized why I don't like the palette. They're just like kind of muted. They're all same color family. And I also have to remind myself I don't like the Urban Decay eyeshadow formula, so I've gotten rid of all of my Urban Decay palettes and single shadows. But yeah, I'm not going to buy it, and especially now seeing it in person and swatching it, I was just like, no, that one's not for me. The next one is the Dose of Colors Block Party Single Shadows. I know they're like $20 a pop. I'm okay with that price. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I've paid $10, $12 more than that for my NARS singles. But I was really excited for these because I really like shimmery, glittery eyeshadow singles. Like those MAC Dazzle shadows, those things are amazing. So I was really excited to finally be able to play with these in store, and my Ulta just got them in. And the one shade that I was really drawn to, I think it's called Sizzling or Sizzler. It's the red one. I was so excited for that one. I was gonna buy it if it swatched good, and it didn't. It was like not as vibrant and pretty in real life as it is in pictures. It was more of like a deeper burgundy with some like silver glitters, and I'm not one that likes like strong silver reflex. They're too cool toned for me. So then I swatched a few of the others. If you have the ColourPop Super Shock shadows, you like really truly don't need these. I don't have any more ColourPop single or Super Shock shadows. But I was really like underwhelmed with these Dose of Colors ones. I thought that they were going to be a lot prettier. The only one that I would have bought, but they didn't even have in store, or in stock, was the Teal Me More. That one was really pretty. Probably the most impressive out of all 20 of them I think there are. So it was probably a good thing that they were out of stock of it. But just like overall, all the colors kind of look the same. And I'm not going to buy them now that I've swatched them. These last two items are both by Tarte, and it's the Tarte Flower Power collection. Abby Z66 had tagged me in the Trend Mood photo of these whenever they were first released, and she was kind of miffed that they were playing to like the fairy lovers in makeup now. Girl, I wanted this so bad. The eyeshadow palette and the blush. I think the other stuff in the collection is a little bit gimmicky and childish, but I love pink and I love glitter and I love pink toned eyeshadows. And I still want the palette and the blush so bad. Mainly for the packaging though. I haven't used a Tarte eyeshadow in a really long time, so from what I can remember, they're kind of muted and they're not as bold as like eyeshadow that I personally like to wear, but they got pink tones of eyeshadow. But I'm not overly impressed by the swatches. I think it's going to be another like boring Tarte palette, but just more rosy toned. I want it for the packaging though. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's gorgeous and I want it. I am going to swatch this whenever it comes in store, but it'll probably just like keep me from buying it because I really don't need any more eyeshadow. I have the Lorac Mega Pro 3 and that has a lot of like the more pink rosy tones. So it's not like it's going to be anything super special that could add into my collection of eyeshadow or my hoard of eyeshadow that I don't already have. But I want that palette. As for the blush, I'm almost done with Tarte Exposed. Oh, and the name of the blush is called Fairy Flush. Like, I want that. But I saw swatches of Fairy Flush next to Tarte Exposed, and they are like so similar. So ridiculously similar. And I love this blush. I do though have, is that the Tarte one? Yeah, Party. I don't know how to say that. That was the Sephora birthday present last year, and I have only swatched this, maybe used it once, and I have a feeling that Fairy Flush is going to be pretty similar to Party. But then these are like my only pinky nude blushes that I have. And so that was my reasoning behind getting Fairy Flush, but I really don't need it. And I'm not supposed to be buying blushes at all. It's like on one of my no buy or low buy rules is no more blushes. So I'm keeping that in the back of my mind, but I really want that blush. But I'm not going to buy it. I'm telling myself, and I'm like telling you guys right now that I'm not buying Fairy Flush. So if I wind up buying it and you guys see it in a video, can you please tell me to go return it? Because I really don't need it. That's it. Those are the things that have like really been catching my eye lately, but I really don't need them. I don't need them. I'm glad though that I was able to swatch some of the stuff that I did want in person. Then that way it could like reiterate that I don't need it and I'm not going to buy it. So that was my anti-haul for this past couple months. I've been doing pretty good otherwise, so that's awesome. All right, thank you so much for watching. Please tell me down below one thing that you are not going to buy because of whatever reason. I like those kinds of comments. All right, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.